just want to know who's going to be on that bubble. For the first time in a long time, I'm looking through this roster and I don't know who to cut. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk. Right back like I never left. What's good with y'all, man? How y'all feeling, man? Happy Monday. How y'all feeling after that debacle of a preseason game? Which I know don't count, but watching the boys take an L always hurt. Just a little bit. You got to keep it funky. Just a little bit. But it's cool, man. Look, I had to pull one of my favorite shirts out today. One of my Nipsey Hussle t-shirts, man. R.I.P. to Nip. Let's talk what's going on with the team. Let's talk possible trades, something that I really wasn't thinking about. But not really a real busy news day. I think the boys are off for the next 3 days. It's a bargaining agreement thing. They can't practice after the last preseason game for 3 days. I think that's the case. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. So news is going to be slow and few and far between outside of the cuts and, of course, Hard Knocks. But news came across today that the Cowboys would be interested in trading, possibly trading. This is from Jeff Kavanaugh. And this is from his sources that he didn't want to name. I understand that. Bradlee Anae and I think Terrence Steele. And it had me thinking like, wow, okay, I didn't expect them to put Anae on the trading block. That means that Anae has had a decent camp, and so has Steele, to be able to be considered as trade bait. Because you ain't trading nobody that people just think you probably going to cut them. You know? And this is what I think. As much as I like Anae, and I think Anae is coming on strong, man. That spin move is crucial. It's vicious. I keep thinking backup QB, and I keep thinking swing tackle. Because I don't think Ty Nsekhe is it, man. I just don't. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but Ty Nsekhe just looked like he not it. And if he got to run out there, I'm going to be a little bit concerned. Backup quarterback, man. I said watch the Patriots on my Twitter yesterday. Follow me on Cowboys_fan talk. I was saying the Patriots carrying 4 quarterbacks. They got Cam Newton, Mac Jones, Jarrett Stidham, and Brian Hoyer. They're not carrying 4. They cut one of them dudes, they're going to be out there. I think the Cowboys should be smart and pay attention to that. Because after cuts tomorrow, it's going to be some other quarterbacks on the market too. Y'all let me know who else you think might be cut to hit the market. Nick Foles might hit the market, et cetera, et cetera. And who you would want to bring in as a backup quarterback, you know? But I don't even know the swing tackle market to just tell you who I would target, who might get cut, who you could trade for. But if you're trading Anae, I want a swing tackle. They were talking about, Stephen Jones is on the Fan talking about tight end depth and running back depth because of Dowdle. I get that. Respectable. But I want a swing tackle, something that really would come in handy possibly, and definitely a backup quarterback. Now I plan on, look, if Dak go down, the season over. But I'm thinking if Dak needs somebody to cover for him for, someone go out for a quarter or for a half or for a game or two, God forbid. You want somebody that can handle themselves. And Gilbert and Cooper Rush just ain't do it. They ain't do it for me. So that's what I want to do. Other thing that was talked about today, Jerron Curse put this sucks on his Twitter, and everybody freaked out thinking that he got cut already. And it was going on for a couple hours. I thought he got cut. He got me because I was like, wow. What else could he be talking about? Cuts is on the way. And he's been having a great camp to me. Like, I wasn't the highest on him when we brought him in. Thought it would be a camp body or depth or something like that. He's really showed me that he's a great player. And then Michael Gelkin came out, shouts to him to confirm. I'm sure he made some calls like, is it over? And as of now, he hasn't been cut. So he's on the roster, so everybody can calm down. And I got a theory with what Jerron Curse, how we going to be able to keep him on the roster. Because I think the Cowboys are going to carry 5 safeties. Now, hear me out. 5 safeties. Donovan Wilson, DeMonte Casey, Malik Hooker, Israel Mukuamu, Jerron Kearse. Now, Jerron Kearse is the most similar to Keanu Neal. He's playing in big nickel packages. And I've seen in this preseason that on some downs, some rundowns, they'll keep Kearse in. They'll keep 3 technically safeties on the field because of Kearse's physicality and what he can do coming up to fill the box. So they'll keep almost 2 strong safeties, or like a strong safety linebacker hybrid, basically, because there's a third safety instead of running another linebacker out there. And I think that somebody like a Gifford might be gone. Because you got to think, as much as you want to say, Gifford is safe because of special teams, that whole you're safe because of special teams thing, I think that's kind of out the window. I think whoever is not starting is up for you. You're a professional athlete. You're up for special teams. Unless you're a starter, it's a wrap. And I think that's why that got leaked out by Clarence Hill a couple of weeks ago, where they said, well, LVE and Jalen Smith might be playing some special teams. And I know they haven't done it yet, but I think they're saving them. They ain't want that flooding through the media. They ain't want that just being a story quite yet. Clarence Hill probably spoke before he needed to speak. But if they cut a Gifford and Jalen Smith is around, because they asked Jalen Smith a couple days ago about playing special teams, and his response was the whole vet life thing, basically deflecting. But yeah, as much as we don't like Jalen Smith, he's as athletic as Gifford, I think, and he could play that position. I'm not saying Gifford isn't good. I ain't saying he ain't have a decent game last game or nothing like that. I'm saying this is a numbers game, 53-man roster. You're not cutting Izzy. Izzy had a hell of a game yesterday. I know he had some penalties, but he showed flashes in that game of why you do not let him hit that wire. You don't cut him. He ain't safe on the practice squad. Plus, you might need him to come into a game. Izzy is better than all them dudes we was running on the field last year. I forgot to do with the gold teeth, something Smith. Like, we was running some terrible DBs out there. Izzy has cornerback experience. You know, he'd be far down the totem pole. He has cornerback experience. Obviously, that's what he played in college. And he's learning the safety position. And he has good football instincts. I'm loving all the new players we brought in have good football instincts. So you keep Izzy. You probably cut Gifford. I know that's a hot take. And I think you keep Kearse in the roster position you would have left Gifford in. Now, Kearse can play some special teams too. He brings a load. He's not as light in the pants as some of the other safeties. But I do think that Kearse is important because I think that look that we're going to running technically 3 safeties on the field, is going to be innovative. I don't know no other team that does that. But having a safety that's as physical as Kearse with another physical safety like Donovan Wilson, who isn't as big, but Kearse can probably take on a block or two. He can come down into the box. And he can cover. You know, he might not be an all-world coverage safety, but he is a safety by nature. So think about that. Having 3 safeties on the field with 2 or 3 corners, like, I know that's a little bit unprecedented. It's a little different, but I think that's how you keep Kearse on this team and Izzy. I think Gifford is the one that goes. Or someone else, man. Y'all let me know in the comments who else you think could go. But I'm telling you, you keeping all them DBs, you keeping Maurice Canaday, you keeping Diggs and Kelvin Joseph and Nashawn Wright, you keeping them. Everybody said you definitely keeping Goodwin. Fine. You keeping all those 5 safeties I just named. The linebacker room is deep, but you might not need to keep a Gifford. When you got Micah Parsons and LVE and Jabril Cox and Jalen Smith, Keanu Neal, that's 5. You're mainly going to be running with 2 on the field most of the time. So you got 3 in depth. Them other 3 ain't just going to be relegated to just watching because of their talent. Jabril Cox is going to be playing special teams, and one of them other guys is too. Gifford might be short. It just is what it is, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Tomorrow is going to be a crazy day when the cuts start falling out, and I'm sure it's going to be a person that gets cut that's going to piss us off, and somebody that stays on the team that we're going to be surprised about. It's just the nature of the business. You know, because whoever we love ain't necessarily who they love. It's always different. But I ain't tripping, man. It's your boy, Mr. Rome, man. I'll holla.